girl, leave them ladies alone. Ugh. Mm.
Did you see a ghost?
No, I was just admiring my money tree.
Oh.
Oh, is it growing long?
It is, actually.
I love that.
I'm very proud of
that's
it.
right. I had one once.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, what happened to the plant and the money?
Well,
dried up.
the money must be dried up because I did get a notification from Hulu.
Oh, it's fixed.
Oh my God.
I said, girl, let me get this cut back on. I gotta work tonight.
That was dirty.
No, my credit union merged with another one, so we got new debit cards, and the Hulu was still on my old debit
The way
card.
the fuck is set up.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So I gotta think about like what else I need to switch over before something else get cut off.
It's gonna keep being like, that's the thing. It's like every single thing is. I just let the emails come.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I just update it by time when I think about it, when they let me know.
Yeah.
Y'all, listen.
But at least I'm not Conwin. Fraudwin. Fraudwin.
You have to leave.
Anywho, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. I'm your host, Jared.
I'm your boy, Po Theory.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are here to recap season 6, episode 7 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City / Below Deck Down Under, and a crossover episode, which Danielle and I are super excited about it because we're deckies, as we discussed last week. Mm-hmm. But on the first cast trip of the season, we start with the girls, of course, gathering at the airport. And I think to no surprise to anyone, they find out that Bronwin is running a little bit late. You know, she's still waiting on her permission slip from Todd. She's still dealing with some things. But the girls are basically surprised that she's even going to show up at all.
Mm-hmm.
And we also found out that the girls are going to Kanchawan.
I had to Google where that was.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. And I'm like, I feel like the third Housewives trip in a row after Nevis and after Marbella, where I've never heard of the place.
Where are you guys going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, though. Introduce us as a new locale. The girls arrive at the yacht, which is amazing. This yacht is huge.
That was
massive.
Like crazy. Like, wow.
Yeah.
But that's literally standard for below deck standards of super yachting.
I mean, this one was, even by below deck standards, this one was low.
This one was really nice.
Yeah.
This one was really nice. Yeah.
And piggybacking on what you mentioned, Danielle, about Potomac and their trip and their room assignments, like all the room assignments made perfect sense. And Bronwin just happened to get stuck with Britney.
Which I feel like, again, if we had two awkward people who... Bronwin is kind of still finding her place with the ladies, right? And then dealing with this whole debacle. And then Britney is just Britney and is there. So if you had to put two randos together and in all actuality, they would be two randos, that would make sense. Yeah.
Speaking of Britney, sometimes I feel like I need to stop writing notes on her because I start to write a note, then immediately it's like my note was pointless because my next note was that Britney announces that her and Jared are on a 30-day break, but then she follows that up saying that he showed up to help her pack. So a waste of my note and pen.
What an airhead. Ugh. She's a space cadet.
She's horny.
Very, like, girl. She's one of those girls that are addicted to men. I don't know. What is it like? I don't know if I can say dematized, if that makes sense.
You can.
Like, that's what type of girl she is. Like, she's
I know some girls like that.
You know what I mean? Just like upset. Any man that's there, they're on it, on everything. I'm like, relax though. Yeah, it's weird.
I used to be like that.
Huh? Ooh, thank God that was after you met me, Chuck. Because I'd have been like, girl, relax.
No, I remember there was like a few weeks stretch that he was making some wild comments on this podcast like every week.
Dirty.
I'm in a relationship now.
With how many people?
Just one.
Pew, 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 pew.
No, but I am dating somebody now.
Oh, is this your soft lunch?
Exclusively?
Kind of, but not really.
Doesn't dating... Okay. Well, see, don't ask me what dating means in 2025. There are all types of definitions now you people have.
We talking, I guess. There we go.
You're talking.
Yeah, because Danielle, when you was dating, we were still on the Motorola Razor, child.
Child, Kelly Rowland was texting in Excel spreadsheets, bitch.
I was
In
dead
the
on the
dilemma
pink razor.
video.
I'm not lying.
But anywho, Bronwyn finally arrives via Tinder. It's a little awkward when she arrives. Um, Lisa is getting on my nerves with all these random digs that's not landing.
Every last one of them nothing land for Lisa at all. Lisa was the weakest link this episode. Like
Oh,
she went out bad. She went
mhm.
out
Real
bad.
bad.
She went out bad. And honestly, I also didn't like that production was shady enough, even going back to Lisa's comments when she was like, "Oh, I saw that outfit on Instagram." And then production actually posting the picture on said Instagram. But also, we know that Bronwyn gives looks. And again, if she's gonna be on a boat, why not give us couture of her wearing a life raft? I saw nothing wrong
Right.
with it. She was
Yeah.
actually on brand.
Agreed.
So I had nothing wrong with this. I
Hmm.
thought that Lisa, you were just hating yet again because this is something that you could never do.
Touche. But Bronwyn arrives, and via Heathergay's instructions, the girls let her arrive without digging into her situation. But more on that later.
Thought that was
Um,
kind.
it was,
Yeah.
let the girl come in and sit down.
Heather clocked in this episode.
Oh
Heather's
yeah,
actually been she's been clocking in, but she's clocked in.
this was one of her better episodes for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
But the girls disperse and go down to their rooms to kind of just decompress. And then that's when they start to get into some of the nitty gritty. Meredith and Lisa are discussing Bronwyn and her situation, of course. And Bronwyn and Brittany are also discussing the situation. Bronwyn is explaining in her confessionals that she did have an eviction years ago, 20 years ago. And that there was also a situation with her employer, but because the case is sealed, the only thing that anyone can find is that what was it? Oh, the penal code that the case was tied
Yeah.
to,
Mhm.
where in which all these different charges can fall under. So that's where all of the information is coming from. A little bit vague. I mean, but if it's sealed, it's sealed. If that's the truth, but I still didn't quite get it.
You know what's crazy? I believe Bronwyn in this situation. I don't know about the one that is only can be tracked by I guess the penal code, whatever that one. That's the newest one, right? Is that the one that's sealed, or is that the eviction?
See,
Either
that's
No,
way,
why.
I
you see
think
what I'm saying?
I think the one with the latest one is the one that's sealed. That's with
Right,
its like identity theft
right.
or whatever the case may be.
Right. Now, see, again, now that, okay, I think it's fine. The eviction, I don't even know why we're having a conversation. And she was nice enough to even explain that because, again, we know that she was a young mother. An eviction is an eviction. That has nothing to do with the type of person you are. That means I couldn't pay a bill and I couldn't afford to live there anymore. So for those ladies that actually dig at the eviction, I think they were more obsessed with, to me anyway, they were digging at the eviction. I was like, that was really nasty because I don't think they're getting the bigger picture. Maybe they've never been in that situation, but Bronwyn didn't have the same upbringing as you guys did, which is why that's on her record. And for her eviction to even really be a story is kind of a joke. But whatever, it's 2025. People just need something to talk about. But I thought it was weird.
On that note, as the girls are gathering for lunch and they do begin to discuss this, some of the confusion, like we mentioned, is that Brahman does admit to the eviction 20 years ago, but then Heather keeps bringing up the fact that there's also some kind of charge from 2021, but apparently Brahman can't talk about that, or I don't know. There was just like some kind of confusion in the timeline.
Yeah, they're
Right.
saying it sounds like she was saying that there is the one thing that is sealed, but people are just adding in a whole bunch of different things based off of that sealed one. But
Right.
as I'm thinking about it, when something is sealed, that is only in the benefit of the person that like if you did something when you were juvenile and your
Right.
juvenile record is sealed,
Mm-hmm.
that is something that is for the benefit of the juvenile. So in this case, the fact that she can't speak on it, one or two things is the case. It is that she was the person that was being prosecuted, and it is in her benefit when she says she can't speak about it. It is because she don't want to tell people what actually happened. But the person that has their record sealed, they can speak about it because it's their record.
Right.
But if she was like a person that was like a witness to something, which she said she was a witness to something, and she wasn't one that got charged, that is when she is saying I can't. When she says she can't speak on it, that aligns more with what I think it actually is. So I think they're making it out of something that it really isn't.
Right. And I guess any negative press on Bronwyn is automatically on that husband of hers, and he don't even want her to be on the show. So that's just one more thing that he could just pull on her to try to destroy their marriage.
As they're discussing this, it's kind of evident that the girls have an idea of who's been leaking this information to the press, which they're kind of trying to push Bronwyn to say as well. And if a hit dog Wahala was a person, is Lisa Barlow, because sis called herself out 1,000 times before anybody could even mention anything.
Girl,
I have never seen someone snitch on themselves so quickly and so nonchalant.
It was, for me, the part that had me going was when she kept saying, I don't think anyone in this group would do it.
Yeah.
That is the clear way of trying to get the girls to not attack her because she knows that they're onto her. So she's basically trying to compliment the girls and say, I don't think anyone in this group would do it. We're all above that. No, girl. They think it's you, sis. And she's trying to smooth it over with the girls by doing it that way.
And it was just so unserious for her to even say that, because that's literally what this cast specifically does every damn season.
All the time.
The crazy thing about it is, why did you think that was okay when no one at the table ever mentioned that? They never put themselves in that situation. They were always in the Bronwyn situation of it. Like, no, actually, I've had dirt on me. Which, Lisa, you've actually had dirt on you as well. So you could have played that victim card the same way all the other ladies who were sitting at the table. You were so stupid, you actually were just snitching on yourself by deflecting.
No. But see, this is even how she defended herself in that, saying, well, I've had dirt come up about me. And Bronwyn, you looked up stuff, which gags me, because Bronwyn, explain to me why you even admitted to that when it's very clear everything was in the papers.
Right.
Y'all didn't have to look up anything on Lisa. Her lawsuits were in the papers.
You just
when she brought that up, yes. So when you brought that up,
right,
it's apples and oranges. No one knew this thing about Bronwyn, especially when it's sealed.
Correct.
Lisa, your stuff was front page news. No one had to look it up. It was there.
Yeah. It was bad. She just went out. She just felt this was the fall from grace, and she just kind of kept tumbling afterwards. Like, talk about down under.
Whitney cracked me up. She was like, no one said it was you, bitch.
Right.
Whitney was having the time of her life on the boat, okay?
Oh, she was.
She was having the time of her life.
She does not like Lisa.
Oh, no, at all.
Like, if you pay attention, when Lisa is the victim of something, or like the girls are coming to her, Whitney's always smiling.
Oh,
she's always smiling.
They've had a very long history of just not seeing eye to eye. Like, they'll be cool, but they've never been, let's go to dinner. Our husbands, let's all do a double date. No, they've never been that.
I think too, because speaking of their history, because I feel like Whitney has always tried to kind of get at Lisa. For some reason, Lisa gets the best of her, but the rest of them can get at Lisa the way she can, and you can tell it just thrills her.
Because Whitney plays too much. Whitney still has that. That's why.
But the girls disperse. They go play in the water. I was having PTSD, and I felt so bad for Angie because I have been seasick like that before, and it is
really
god awful. Yes. On a day that was supposed to be a beautiful afternoon in Barcelona, like, I spent the whole afternoon throwing up.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
God.
Terrible. Poor Desmond.
And I tell you, it's terrible. Oh, he was the same way.
Oh my God. Both y'all?
Yeah,
was this the first time that you were on the boat?
No, I had been on one before, and the one I was on before, we were in like rough waters. I think because this time I was hungover, so it affected me more.
Oh, girl, you should have led with that.
It was rough. Okay, well.
Oh my God,
I felt I'm not so here to judge.
Angie's was out of control though. I've actually never witnessed anyone being seasick before, but I imagine that looked so extreme to me. Like, every second she was sick. Like, is that does that ever go away?
I was like that. It wouldn't stop, like, literally until we got to land.
Oh my
Oh,
God. That would blow me up. What a waste. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Ooh. Note
Yeah.
to self, never
was
book
the trip
a boat
was the
party
trip
for
a
us.
waste? Was
I
the trip
mean,
a waste or was Jared a waste? Like the way she said, "What a waste!" Like what,
Well,
what was the
both of them,
waste?
child, because him and his boo was down. Shit, they couldn't do
mm,
nothing. They was
at
together for
all.
real.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, let's never book a
But
boat trip.
the girls continue to discuss Lisa, and basically everybody is putting two and two together and getting four, and putting together that they feel like Lisa is the one that is consistently leaking information based off of their group's history and the fact that usually when Lisa's beefing with someone, things start to come out. So the girls gather for dinner, aside from Angie and Mary. I thought it was nice that Mary stayed back with Angie during
Yeah, that
her.
was nice.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
But Britney during dinner proclaims that she's on the one that tells the truth about everyone to their face, which her roommate immediately calls her out about and begins to spill tea about Britney talking mess about Meredith specifically, faking seizures and going from 0 to 100. Meredith immediately goes from 0 to 100.
When Meredith started to scream and said no, she started to throw. She said, Whitney said, "See, those are the seizures I'm talking about." I was like, "Girl,
What was up with
that
that water toss? That was the
I
most
that
lackadaisical water
was
toss I've
weird."
ever seen in my life. And is she a water bender? Because the way she stopped that water from hitting her and it all landed in Bronwin's lap. Like, did you notice it? Like, she stopped the water and the water
Yeah.
just dropped. Jesus Christ.
Please. Oh my God. That was wild. Heather was like, "Meredith, turn up your hearing aid." She didn't say Jared.
And I was really like, this
Oh,
the one time, Brittany, I'm kind of with you. Meredith is batshit crazy. I'm like, you're not wrong
Mm-hmm.
in any
you're
of this
not
that you're
wrong. No,
saying.
you're not wrong.
And how she weaponizes, my
Yeah.
son has seizures. How
Oh,
dare you?
as soon as she said that, I was like, of course somebody did. Like I knew it was
You
coming.
know what? She has a history because remember when they went to the restaurant? Remember, I don't know where they were at, and they went to the restaurant. Somebody's child she knew had died. She lost it. What was
When
that?
they
You
were in
remember
Palm
I
that?
Desert.
do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's someone's child. We're like, wait, you don't know them? You saw it on Instagram? Like, wait, whoa, stop, Meredith, girl, relax. Nah, Meredith, you gotta chill.
But after Big Mare's pop off, because Whitney and Heather smartly pivot back to the Lisa takedown, and they try their best to bring Meredith into it, which I also thought was smart. Meredith stood her ground, but basically, Whitney and Heather, mainly Heather, takes the lead in basically spilling the tea that all the girls are thinking that Lisa is the one that is the leaky faucet of the group, and Lisa proceeds to lose her shit per usual.
The
Calling
way they were
John.
chasing that girl down, like chasing her, and like Heather was holding, she was doing well at the table, and like, oh, really? I'm not your friend because I think that. Like, she was doing really well, but then when that girl got up from the table, it was like, why are you chasing her? And then also with Meredith, when she was like, you better had defended me, and Meredith was like, yeah, I did, I promise. I would have been like, bitch, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you?
I'm so happy you brought that up because that literally is in my notes. I did not like that because you could tell Lisa, she was not playing at that moment. Like she meant that as if Meredith was just a regular bitch on the street. Like she was very
like
nasty.
she was a child.
She was very nasty with that. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit.
But I also didn't like how Whitney tried to add weight to that conversation by saying Meredith was a part of it, which Meredith was, but Meredith did not say one negative word about
She
Lisa.
didn't.
No.
She didn't.
And so when Meredith says, well, you guys did have the conversation, and then Whitney responds, well, you were in the conversation too. You know what Meredith is saying? Meredith is saying that she was the one that did not say anything negative about Lisa. Yes, she was present for the conversation, but don't try to combat her and make it seem like she was talking trash, which caused Lisa to go off on Meredith.
Yeah. Going back to what you mentioned earlier, Aaron, about Heather chasing Lisa, I just didn't understand why all these girls move so much, like all of them. I didn't understand why Whitney got up and charged at Lisa at first. Then Lisa got up and walked across the table to Heather. Then Lisa stormed off and Heather chasing after her. I'm like, girls, like, sit the fuck down.
They were, let's
Telling
be
her to
real,
get off the boat gagged me.
get the tender. Girl, honestly, they were all super intoxicated. Did you see the eyeshadow was like
Fair.
all
Oh,
runny?
yeah.
And I mean, it was
Mhm.
bad. It was bad. They were like, I don't know, honestly, I want to say they were like, they could have been close to annihilation. Let's be real. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Because even when Heather got to Mary and and poor Angie, it was bad. Like, she didn't even know what was going.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
it was,
So,
I don't know.
yeah, why did she bust in there crying? What was she crying about?
So that's what I'm saying.
The
She was
argument
drunk,
with
but she was
but
drunk.
she was
though.
crying about the argument with Lisa.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
she
but I don't
wasn't
understand
just
why she
crying
would be
prior to
upset
her
to the point
getting
of
there.
crying. Yeah.
Well, because now Lisa's mad at her. She can't stand flat-footed into to holding Lisa accountable. Like, I feel like, because if you notice, they were doing like this, they were jousting back and forth if you paid attention. When one was pulling away, the other one would chase them, and then when the other one was like, you know what, fuck you, then the other one would chase them or stop walking. Like,
Yeah.
it was
fair.
a
It was
very
real-
back and forth thing.
Yeah.
That's fair. Very petty. Yeah.
Yeah. And poor John. I know
Okay.
wherever he was in Salt Lake City or whatever he was doing, he did not want to sit there and be on the phone with Lisa crying and whining.
What time it was?
Right.
Because I know it was a
That's true.
time difference there. He's so tired of her stuff. First of all, let's be real. On a flip-flop on the episode on the below deck side, first of all, I need to see the other hand of this because you know they are not allowed to hang out and go out on the deck at night to be by the water.
Okay, so
the
yeah, I
fact
thought
that
that too.
Lisa
Because I was like, why is Lisa just hanging out on the
they're
naughty
not
boy?
allowed to do that.
Mm.
You can't hang out on Naughty Boy. You can't even be on the water. Like, you can't stick one toe in if it's dark. They do not allow you to do that. And especially if they know you're intoxicated, they would. I was like, now where is Joie? You supposed to be getting her off the damn Naughty Boy. That blew me up. I could not take that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is answered. But also, Captain Jason, he is so fine, ain't he?
No, he needs to get a colonic. That stomach sticking out the way it's sticking out. He needs to.
Oh my God.
He's full of shit. Or yeast, whichever one.
Yes.
You're against stomachs?
You're against
Stomachs like that, yes.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's he got like them skinny guys that be having like, you remember T-Rex that we used to work
Like-
with? He had a stomach like that.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
We can't, don't
Like
say
you
his
drink
name.
too
We
much-
never
like you
know.
drink too
I
much
would
beer?
not say his
Remember
name.
T-Rex?
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh wow, I'm gonna see a picture. Oh, like ulcer when you drink too much beer? Oh, that's But I don't think Jason got a beard like that.
That's what Jason looked like.
Okay.
He's getting a
Against
little
dad
thick around the
bods.
waist, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I
He
can still
eating
work
up them
with
Bravo checks. Hello.
it. Fair.
Hey, Jason.
But then we wrap up the episode with this very dramatic shot of Lisa still sitting out on the naughty boy and a whole bunch of fish in the water. And I didn't know if that was real or not, but that's how we end the episode.
Phew.
Well, let's us proceed to our signature segment. Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down.
For me, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be the hit dog, Lisa. Lisa, you really gotta chill. You know, if you're gonna be a villain or if you're gonna do some dirty work, you gotta be a little more slick with it because the way that you called yourself out tonight was rough. You know, you're not having a great season, babes. I'm sorry. You're gonna need to calm down.
No.
For me, it's gonna be Whitney. I didn't like how she tried to bring Meredith into that conversation. And then actively like kind of lying on Meredith. And then also I feel like she's just upset that Meredith is not jumping the I hate Lisa train. So she's trying to force her way into it. So that way Lisa can say or do something to Meredith to basically put her on the I hate Lisa train. So it's gonna be Whitney for me. And I still hate the hair.
That's fair. No, the hair is still not good. And she's getting tanner too, so it's not good. No, honestly, it's gonna be a double for Lisa tonight. Honestly, Lisa, your antics are honestly catching up to you. Just everything that has gone down and the season just started. It's wild to me. And honestly, you're going out sad. Like, I don't even think you have any more fight. Like that last phone call with John, like you sounded defeated. I need you to do a little self reevaluation and and let's refresh and start over. I think you need to calm down, take a breather, possibly a couple Xanax, and come back to us with a clean and fresh mind and heart. I think you need to calm down. Sorry.
She's gonna have to really pull it together before the reunion, because that's gonna be real rough for her if it keeps going the way it's going.
Oh, she'll
Real
storm
bad.
out. She'll storm out a million times. She'll be the housewife to
Mhm.
never not show up, but she'll storm out at least 3 or 4 times. She'll never not show up though.
Fair. But that's a wrap for the evening. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments who you think needs to calm down. And we will see you guys next week for another episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. So until then, have a good night and peace out.
Peace.